2, Johnny. This is just a little sneak preview of what's coming up. We are very fortunate enough, the flight crew themselves, who we saw quite a bit of yesterday, are just about to go into the meeting, Johnny.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a briefing. Flight crew, there's going to be a test flight today. We'll discuss that in a little bit. We're here still setting up, we're still getting ready to go. We're just going to bring you guys a little bit of a insight into the meeting. They're going to be discussing what's going to happen during the flight, what tests are coming when. So we should be able to get a good schedule of what we're going to show you guys a bit later.
And we'll also be obviously trying to get more information, detailed information from the pilots a little. A really significant schedule, a big checklist, like we're talking papers worth of tests, one of which we're going to see right at the beginning, which is going to be quite exciting, which is a over 60-degree bank out after takeoff. So that's something that you as a passenger will never, hopefully never, experience. It's no more than 20 degrees, is that right, Johnny?
Normally it's 20 degrees. I think what you just said 60, is it?
60 degrees, yeah. In fact, the pilot told us that it's going to feel like, if you're sitting in the seat, which you are, it's going to feel like 90 degrees.
That's why I've got a big smile on my face.
Yeah. So there's a lot of not stress testing, because that's already been done with the test aircraft. This aircraft just about to be delivered and handed over to Lufthansa. This is their 9th Airbus. Their 9th A350-900 Airbus, and we are just about to go into the meeting soon. I think. Okay.
Still setting up. So should we have a look around this office here, Jerry?
Yeah, well, it's a significantly big operation here in Toulouse. I believe the amount of space that they use is somewhere in the region of nearly 20 kilometres around the whole of Toulouse.
It's a huge airfield, and of course it's full scheduled passenger as well as test aircraft.
So you can fly into Toulouse, and depending upon which way you land, you will see to the left or to the right of you all of the Airbus facility here in Toulouse. Of course, they also have other facilities, Johnny.
Indeed they do. They have we saw it yesterday, you guys saw it yesterday, where they actually build the aircraft. The A350 was being built, and I saw a lot of comments on the feed yesterday. Very cheap to get out here. There's some good prices going, a lot of people, so if you're thinking about coming out to Blagnac to do a bit of travel, spotting, all that sort of thing, definitely do it, guys. They're a great bunch of people here at Airbus.
And if you can, and this isn't just a plug for Lufthansa, because we really mean it, we were treated so well, as were obviously all the other passengers, but they couldn't give us enough drink and enough food, and their hospitality at Lufthansa is fantastic. So make sure at least have a look at the Lufthansa flights and see if you can get yourselves out here.
Having
on
flown
Lufthansa.
On other airlines, when they started offering us food, it's like, well, how much is it?
Yeah, of course we did. We naturally asked, you're not sure about that? Oh no. Oh no, they weren't French, were they? They were like, no, you can have, you want 2 sandwiches?
Yeah.
How many do you want? Have them all.
Yes. And the chocolates.
Do you want more wine? Do you want more water? Yeah, the chocolates. You know,
great airline.
Nearly gave us the whole basket full of chocolates. Johnny. So it was.
Fantastic airline.
Really happy with the way that we were treated. But as we were saying there, obviously Airbus have other facilities in other countries. They have the one in Germany. And just a bit further north, and as well as Broughton in Wales, as well as Filton.
Filton, and that I've heard is literally an Airbus town. If you go to that town there, and there's a few people who do take photos of the Beluga on our Big Jet TV Goals channel going into Filton. And I've heard if you walk into any pub or any restaurant down in Filton, it's all Airbus.
Yes.
All Airbus.
And I think if you're an Airbus employee, you get somewhere in the region of 20% discount, like you do if you're a member of Big Jet TV Gold. So there's one of our first flight tests, which you can see on his jacket there. There's a flight test. That would be a good jacket to have, Johnny, in amongst our... So there's our good friend. He's the co-pilot. He's a great guy. He's actually going to be filming for us today, Johnny, on the flight deck. So that's the plan.
We are going to get, hopefully, a live preview not a live preview, an actual live film from the flight deck during the takeoff of today's test flight. And that man right there that you just saw on the camera will be filming it. I'm going to be in the back seat filming post-production. A little bit nervous, extremely excited. And Jerry and Arif are going to be on the ground filming it take off.
And after the takeoff, whilst the aircraft goes out and does its 2-hour flight test, we will be on the ground filming literally like a midweek show.
It's going to be
or a Saturday show. I'll be on the camera and Arif will be reading the comments.
And his beautiful Scottish accent.
Yes. Arif the Genie, as we now call him.
We do call him the Genie because he worked some magic overnight.
2 p.m. he got to hit the sack last night.
2 a.m.
Did I say 2 p.m?
You said 2 p.m.
Okay.
Although if he could work until 2 p.m, I'm sure he would.
Yes. But he managed to work some incredible magic. Literally rubbed that Genie's lamp.
It was insane.
And we have something very special to bring you today, but sounded like
the PTU's going. It's the power transfer unit in the drinks machine.
In the drinks machine, yeah. Even the drinks machine has its own unique power transfer unit audio. But no, Arif has worked extremely hard, and we are going to be testing something new today.
Yeah.
Totally new. We're going to be testing it live.
It's quite literally the first time we've done it.
Yes.
It involves you guys being able to see not just one angle, and we'll leave it at that. It looks like they're assembling very shortly, so should we make our way just over there?
We're gonna go in here just as they. So should we go in the room?
Let's go inside.
Yes. So no, okay. We're not quite going in the room just yet. So there are our test crew down here that we're seeing now.
We should start any minute now.
Okay. How long do you think the briefing will be, Michael?
Some 10 or 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
So this is Michael from Lufthansa.
Yes,
for all of our new viewers.
We met yesterday.
Yes, yeah.
Showed us around the aircraft. Now, Michael, I believe you're going to be also showing us around the cabin interior before the aircraft goes out this morning.
There might be, or there will be a chance to have a look around. And we're going to do this after the briefing then.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. So, yes, well, hope you all enjoyed the show yesterday, Johnny. That was an insight into the A350, like no one would ever get as close as that.
It was absolutely incredible. I think the thing that we heard that it's been 4 hours of flying that aircraft has had. Only 4 hours of flying. And every little panel, every piece of that aircraft was just pure, pristine, precision engineering.
Apart from the pieces with a little green tape on. Yes. But even those we couldn't see with the naked eye.
No.
So these guys, when they're doing their inspections, they're obviously professionals. They've been doing it for many, many years.
Yes.
They are looking out for the tiniest, smallest little blemish, which the guys at Airbus will fix in a jiffy. Not with jiffy, but in a jiffy.
Yes.
So yes, it probably a great deal of it has been done overnight. In fact, it may have even been rubbed out purely with whatever cleaners that they use. But yeah, in terms of its cleanliness, the engines like brand new. I mean, I've picked up a couple of brand new things before.
Yes.
And this is real pristine.
It quite literally is a new brand as well with a new livery. I think that's something that we were taken back with. How there's a lot of debate about Lufthansa's new livery. Obviously, everyone knows about that. However, when you're up close to it and you're seeing it on an A350, it is something that's just so gorgeous.
And it's a bit like they spent a year last year previewing the Halo in Formula One to so many Formula One fans, and everyone was like, no, I hate it. But now, being an avid Formula One fan, praying that it'll get better and closer racing, I've already got used to it.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, as soon as we walked round the corner yesterday and saw that new livery with Lufthansa, it's in our minds now. It's firmly rooted there, and we really like it.
Well, it's very similar to the the Bandit, as we call it, Air Canada's new livery.
Yes.
When it first came out, everyone was like, "What have you done? What have
Yes.
you done?"
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's one of the most popular.
And everybody
liveries.
loves it.
And everyone loves it.
You know,
and we love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
777, and we saw the
Max.
The Max.
Yes, we saw the Max yesterday
Max.
at London Heathrow, guys, and she's looking very good. Obviously, replacing that A320, or was it the 19 that used to fly up?
It was the A319
yes.
to
St John's.
St John's. That's
Yes,
correct.
yes. So the Max is now obviously far more efficient.
Yep.
And we've heard today that obviously the Neo is going to be the eventual replacement for the 320.
I think he was
and the
mentioning-
319, which we saw again yesterday, exclusively on Big Jet TV. The 319 Neo flying here at Toulouse. So
much to talk about when you're at Toulouse.
it's just incredible. And yesterday, of course, the ULR Ultra Long Range A350-900
was telling us, Martin from Air France, that you guys who
Airbus.
did watch that. Sorry, not from Air France, from Airbus. Martin from Airbus was telling us that you guys that did watch that, you were the first people to see it.
Yes.
Of anyone in the whole world.
Exclusively.
Because
I mean,
the press release was not even out yet.
there would have been photographers over the other side, but they've got to quickly run home and download it and upload it and get it onto their systems, whereas we actually put it out there to the world.
Yes.
If you didn't see it, ladies and gentlemen, you had to be a gold member yesterday to see that. We don't like to sell gold, but yesterday was
Well, it's important,
perfect
Jay,
example.
because today we're live now for a little pre-show. This won't be included in the Freeview because we're not on the tarmac. This is just a little last-minute thing we thought we'd do. But today, guys, we're going to have a 30-minute Freeview period.
Yes.
And then we're cutting for the rest of the day to our Gold members only and Planestream members as well. Welcome to Planestream. So it's quite simple how to get onto Gold membership, isn't it?
Very, very simple indeed. Just head to bigjet.tv and go to the Gold membership tab on the page there. That'll tell you all the information about what you get, the benefits that you get of being a Gold member. Obviously, there are a lot of benefits. Probably one of the most beneficial memberships there are out there at the moment in terms of what they get. But you will, like Johnny says, be able to watch the entire show today. You will then also be able to watch back the show from yesterday, as well as all of our other shows, because obviously as a free viewer you can only see those 30-minute previews that are on the on YouTube and also on our Facebook page. So if you want to join up, then that's entirely up to you. We did have quite a few join ups yesterday, Johnny, and welcome to everybody who are new Gold members today. You're very welcome, and of course welcome to all of our fantastic regular Gold members. So here we go. Looks like they're going in now. We're going to walk in the other door this morning. So
should we make our way over to that one?
let's just make our way over there now.
Briefing starting.
Wo wollt ihr es? Nicht über die Ecke. Ja, das ist halt weg. Welcome. Das wichtigste Utensil der Brille. Ja, bei mir auch rechts. Man kann es hinauszögern, gewisse Dinge, aber verhindert dann doch. Nee. So.
Okay, so welcome on board. So this is a formal briefing we do before the customer acceptance flight. So we are 22 people on board. So Martin will be the captain. It will be seated on the right hand seat. And Ulrich, you will be the pilot flying. During this flight, we have a specific flight control working with us. So we go through the normal traffic. So we have a specific ATC controller for us during this flight. Today we have 54 tons. As I mentioned, we have 22 persons. In the cabin, we will have 2 cabin crew to ensure the safety of the people attending the flight. I close the door. So Jean-Pascal will be the purser for this flight. Okay. So we will manage the passenger. I will be seated on the third seat, and we will do all these tests as described in this flight profile. Okay. During all the tests, I will do the communication with the cabin to ensure that everybody is seated when we do specific maneuver. Okay? So I'm going to describe this profile. Martin, I suggest you stop me when you want to speak more specifically on the piloting side. Okay? So flight profile, we will take off with max first. We will apply toga for the takeoff. So we will have excess first, but we know. This is to see the engine going up to toga. During the climb, we will check the engine parameters. From your side, you will see the flight director appearing in order to have a proper pitch for the climb. We will have selected derated climb before takeoff, and we will have to clear the derated after takeoff, as soon as we are in max climb, in order to recover max climb first. When crossing altitude of flight level 100, we will do some flight control maneuver. For that, I will ask to have the cabin secured with a safety belt. And then, Martin, please do the briefing for the flight control checklist.
Yeah, in general, it's just a few minutes after takeoff. Everybody has to remain seated, and we'll have a few frequency changes. So with the flight test controller and the clearance from the sky, with enough altitude clearance towards above, we start carrying over the switches, as you well know. A jet pull, not more than 2 Gs, and the jet push, not less than plus 0.5 Gs. You don't need to go to the pitch limits, but you could. And segregated from that, we check the normal bank angle protection. So we go to the left and to the right with a rather big input to see the spoilers and the turn coordination, and we don't want to go beyond. We don't want to be super aggressive because we have 22 people overall on board. Which should enjoy the flight for the rest of the day.
I think they will enjoy the aggressive move.
We will see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So after flight control maneuver, as soon as we have a steady flight, we will save to the cabin to make people can move in the cabin. During the climb to flight level 310, you will play with autopilot, autopilot 1, autopilot 2, vertical speed. Meanwhile, we are climbing to flight level 310. Martin, you will check all the nav and communication system. On my side, I will check also all the aircraft system using the ECAM pages. Okay. At flight level 310, we will stabilize at 310 knots. We will do engine parameters. For that, we will select the thrust to the current rating, and then select auto thrust off to have manual thrust. And we align engine 1 and 2, and we cross-check parameters between engine 1 and 2. We will do also lateral trim. We'll check also all the animal probes. And when we have finished this activity in the cockpit, we will ask the cabin to secure the people, because we will do the leak check. It means that we will stop pressurizing the cabin to see the natural leak of the cabin. So that's why we will switch off TAP 1 and TAP 2 and start to depress and see how the cabin is leaking. But we will stop the depress at 9,600 feet cabin altitude. Then we will repressurize the cabin, and when the cabin is ready at flight level 310, we will accelerate up to max Mach MMO. As soon as we have the alarm, we will climb to flight level 350. Okay? Entering into the speed limit max Mach, you will have a small speed train, of course, before reaching the alarm. We will stop at flight level 350. Here we will let people also checking the cabin, because at this flight level we are more on a normal cruise during the operational of the aircraft. So that's why we will do the cabin comfort assessment. Then we will climb to flight level 430. At this altitude we will check the cabin altitude, the delta P, which will be above 90 psi, the air conditioning, and then we will start the APU because we are in the limit of the APU start. When everybody is happy from the cockpit and from the cabin, we will be able to do the descent, and for that, knowing that we'll do a more dynamic phase, we will need to have people more secured in the cabin. We will start the descent by doing testing the automatic emergency descent push button. For that, I will brief. I've got the procedure. We will brief it before doing that, knowing that this has an impact in terms of control, because the aircraft will start an emergency descent automatically. So it means that we change the heading to do a kind of bayonet, as we call in French. Bayonet.
The heading change.
Yes. It will do automatically start an automatic emergency descent. We will have a change of the squawk. So as soon as we start the test, we will have to recover the previous flight number, the squawk. Okay?
Do we get ATC before?
Oh,
Yes, of course. Yes.
Otherwise, everybody's on.
Yeah. Then, but we will take time to brief that before starting the test. Then we start descent down to flight level 220, and during the descent we will select engine anti-ice while the engine are idle to see that everything is fine. We will select also wing anti-ice on for 5 minutes to make sure there is no alarm, no leak. All these tests, of course, are demonstration to you because we already done that during production phase. We will ask the cabin if they are okay to drop the oxygen masks in the cabin, knowing that when we do that, we switch off all the AFI, internet, everything in the cabin, shut down. So that's why I will need your clearance before we do that. When we will be below Mach and speed brake, we will do the VMO, max speed. Same as for MMO, we will enter slightly in the high speed area. When we reach the alarm, we extend the speed brake and make sure that there is no adverse roll or whatever. We will stop at flight level 220 and we will select APU bleed on to make sure that the APU can deliver air into the cabin. We will select APU bleed and then we will go down, enter into the block, flight level 100 and flight level 140. It means that between these two altitudes, we will be free to move. We will have clearance, absolute clearance between these two altitudes. When we are in the block, we will stabilize the aircraft at green dot. to check the speed from all the channel, the animal. We will do low speed conf clean down to alpha max. Martin, please.
Yeah, in general, when we do those high-speed descents, step one step back, we want to try to do that perpendicular to the wind in order to avoid any wind gradient that screws up our speed flying. Don't want to go unintentionally too far. This is the first thing, and then in the block, we go to alpha max in conf clean first. That means we set up in idle thrust manual flying, of course, with everybody attached to the seat. We'll slow down the aircraft gradually and verify all the indicated speeds and the correct behavior of the flight control system, which means in particular a trim stop at alpha prot, and also then that I have gradually to pull to go beyond alpha prot to go to alpha max. When alpha floor kicks in, we want to disconnect it right away and stabilize that alpha max value to see whether the protection is protecting us at the right speed value. We then recover with some thrust and some nose down, so as to go beyond VLS to configure to the next configuration, which is already conf full. And we do the same thing in conf full. This is where we lose energy much quicker, and we decelerate the aircraft again after having verified the speeds, VLS, alpha prot, trim stop, alpha max. We disconnect again the alpha floor. After that, we recover again, we lower the nose, add some thrust, go to a nice speed. We want to set up the aircraft in track FPA, no flight director, with the speed brakes out on the autopilot in a slight descent, which means the VLS will be up a little bit. And out of this, we're gonna initiate an automatic go-round, which just means toga position for the throttles, and we pull back within a few seconds to have the soft go-round mode. And we want to see the complete automatic behavior of a go-round, which means a significant pitch up, the retraction of the spoilers, the mode change in the FMA. We want to see the flight director pop up in the SRS mode, and after a while also the speed brake lever not retracted message. And once we've seen this, we can recover with a level off and continue with the program, which is then again for you, we go on autopilot, straight level, whatever heading, and we then go through the, we retract the landing gear, yes, with the timer, and after that we go through the hydraulic stuff.
So hydraulic, we have two hydraulic on this aircraft. First, we will switch off the green hydraulic to see that the aircraft behave normally, that all the spoilers are flush, the non-commanded spoilers. Then we will recover the green hydraulic, and then we will switch off the yellow hydraulic and see again that the aircraft is okay, no problem. Doing some roll input. Then we will switch off all hydraulic on this aircraft. As you know, we have EHA and EBHA, some specific actuator which work without aircraft provided by the aircraft hydraulic from the engines. So we will select both hydraulic to off. Again, see that the maneuver, do some gentle maneuver. During this exercise, we will have people seated, of course. And end of the test, we recover hydraulic and we do the VFE check. VFE check, it means that from conf full up to conf clean, we increase the speed of the aircraft in order to see the flap relief and
do you really want to do the flap relief, or do we just check?
Now this is the part of the production to the right. This is part of the production.
We just see the limit.
You see only the barber pole.
We don't have to stress it.
Yes, no need to stress the aircraft.
So you see how gentle we are.
We cross-check VFE from the PFD and the placards. Then we'll be ready for the landing, which will be automatic landing or manual landing.
Your choice. So in general, before we decide to land, we want to look at each other and to make sure that everybody's happy, so we don't need to repeat or explain something before we land, because we would try to avoid a reflight that, if it can be avoided by a repetition of a maneuver or something else. In general, gents, it's a team effort. As you know, we are normally working as a team of 3. Today it's even more, like a 4th guy in the cockpit with a lot of knowledge. So whenever there's one guy switching off systems or handling systems, there's at least one other guy supervising this and confirming the right button. And some periods I might be busy with talking to a test center on the ground. I might ask you, at least 2 of you guys, to listen to the active ATC frequency, which should be rather calm because it's our own ATC agency serving us at that time. And that's the general setup. I'll try to serve you as good as I can on the right seat and doing the FMS stuff. And other than that, I want to make sure that people in the back are doing fine. So if there's any issue in the back, we would really like to know up front in order to see what we have to do. But other than that, I think everybody should be happy. There's drinks on board, and when we say please sit down, please do so. That seems to be important because we then might end up with some aggressive maneuvers that are better for you guys to be in the seat. Do you have any questions or remarks?
No. What area did you plan to go to today?
It's most probably it's the Mediterranean area, but the decision is being made rather late, and I'll know with clearance actually.
But weather-wise, I think it's...
Weather-wise, we have some fog patches here, but it should be Kavok and fine everywhere.
Okay. So we are going to leave and go to network to prepare it. That has to be there in 10 minutes.
Very cool. Yeah. See you.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Fantastic. Okay, Johnny. Just let me. Just let me. Excuse me.
That was a pretty incredible insight into what we're going to get today.
Indeed. It's going to be a long list.
We're not going to get all of that live. We're not going to have the flight test live. We can't stream at 41,000 feet.
Yeah, as you can appreciate, guys, as we've done before, where we've filmed takeoffs, numerous takeoffs now for Big Jet TV, literally as the aircraft lifts off, probably around about between 200 and 500 feet, we lose the signal. So yes, we will be filming on board the aircraft, both on the cockpit as well as Johnny's going to be filming in the cabin as well, getting most of those flight surfaces to see the flaps and the movements and the air brakes and the testing and all that sort of thing.
I'm going to try and position myself right in front of the engine, so that beautiful XWB.
Yeah, no, we need to get behind the wing.
Behind the wing?
Yeah, behind the wing. So you see all the flaps moving and all the flap movement. Because otherwise, if you go in front of the wing...
Well, we'll discuss that in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that.
So, anyway, guys, we are now going to head down to the aircraft. We're going to be cutting off. We'll be back with you in around about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a extensive cabin tour with our chaperone, Michael, who's been with us for the last couple of days.
There's Michael there.
Good morning, Michael, and thank you very much indeed. And we will catch up with everybody in a short while. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and we will catch up with you in 20 minutes.